How are you guys doing? Welcome to Bouqui'S place. You know what we do here? We don't talk about the glit or the glam. We talk about the grit and the grind. And we bring your favorite people to share their stories so that they can practically equip you on how to do destiny, so that you can see that, oh my gosh, this person that I love so much went through that. If they went through that and they succeeded and they're standing, I have no excuses. So we bring your favorite people, and in the house today, ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me, the one and only, the king of TikTok, Kunle Remi. Drum roll, everybody.
Molejo lórí agolo, molejo lórí agolo, bí Jésù gbà mí láyé. Molejo, molejo lórí agolo. I danced to that song, yo. I did all the break dance. Yes, I did. I did.
Wow, it's so good to have you here.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Where's my crown? We were gonna crown you king of Wow. You are amazing. We see your work. We see the time and the excellence. You see, and that's what really matters. It's not about what you do, it's how well you do it. You know, and you are exemplary, and we love you so much. I watched the flyer I did. I watched it like 20 times. I'm like, Bouquie, you did it. What is wrong with you? It's just hilarious. And welcome to Bouquie's place. I want to get straight into it because most of the time we realize that 1 hour is not even enough, you know. So let me tell you what this place is about. First, welcome. We love you. Okay, I already said that. Two, in a world where everybody's talking about things that don't matter, things that, you know, they want to talk about, it's the floss, it's the bling, it's the black, whatever, you know, we talk about things that truly matter. We bring people like you to share their stories so that someone can see that if Kunle Remi went through that, oh my gosh, and he's standing, I have no excuses. I'm going to dust myself off and stand up and do destiny. And that's what this is about, you know. So when I shut up now, it's going to be over to you. You're going to tell us your story, where you were born, and wherever you want to transition to, we transition with you. That's how we do it here. We're going to talk anymore. Yeah, so it's about you.
You're not talking anymore, really?
Yeah, so you're going to start from the beginning, where you were born, and wherever you want to take it to. We flow. Listen, we flow. We're finna flow with you wherever you go.
Okay. Okay. So my name is Kunle Remi. I was born in Benue State, Boko to be precise. My dad used to work there. He used to work in Benue Cement back then. I don't know what it looked like because I was born there anyway. So. I think about 3 years old, we moved to Ibadan. And so I literally just, you know, grew up in Ibadan. That's where I spent most of my life, uni, secondary school, and all that. That's about it for birth. I have a few memories from birth. Well, my life has been imprinted, or my destiny as it is, has been imprinted in me. So from birth, I have, you know, my mom will say that she's always seen that, no, yeah, you're worrying, no, you're not meant to be in a place. You're meant to be global. That's what she's always carried, and it's been evident, you know. God has been faithful. So right from there, we moved to Ibadan, spent most of my life in Ibadan, grew up. I got to the point where I'm thinking of, I want to be this, and I want to be that, and I want to be this, and I want to be that, and I want to do this, and I want to do this. First, I wanted to be an engineer, and then I wanted to be an architect, and then I wanted to be, I can't remember, so many things, a physiotherapist, so many things. But here's the thing, because of the nature of the country, the kind of educational system we have here, we don't necessarily have counselors or guardian counselors that we have them, but we don't have them practicing, or we don't have them helping you or putting you through. So at that point where I was confused on what to do, it kind of took a toll on me. I was in denial of what I was meant to do as an entertainer. So I was mostly confused because I was doing well in sciences, right? I mean, chemistry, physics, biology, you know, I was in, and then my secondary school, my junior secondary school was like, you have to do sciences, what's your science,
Why the doctor? Why the doctor?
Yeah, the doctor. Oh boy. Now it sounded nice, but it didn't sound exciting for me. But I just kept following through because, I mean, once you can pass your maths and your chemistry and your biology, you're going to be a doctor, you know? So I was, you know, pursuing the whole sciences thing. I went to School of Science, Alayande in Ibadan.
I went to School of Science too. I went to School of Science too, but not Ibadan, Ife.
Okay. I was going to be like, what? I didn't know you? What? It was School of Science in Ibadan. Where I started to have issues, and of course in the school there I started to do more of entertainment. You know, I you know, we had a boy club, we had all these things. I used to dance, I used to break dance all that time, and that gave me so much joy, more than the sciences I was doing. So I was even failing because then it wasn't a passion, it was just because I had to read. And I've realized that for me, which is the kind of mistake I would not make with my kids, I will not necessarily, they need to be educated, but I need to understand what they want to do. I need to study them, observe them, to be able to say, okay, this is your path, this is your way, guide them. That's the mistake I won't make, you know, because I didn't have that. My mom owns a school. She used to own a school in Ibadan. So this is the first time I'm saying this, by the way. I actually have students that have graduated from university that I taught.
As a teacher?
As a teacher. Like, I'm so proud. When I see them full of...
Help me edit that flyer. Put teacher in the bottom.
So being in school, then I leave school. I'm always just... So I felt like I was a rebel, but that's not the word. I just was not satisfied, and I don't know how to be in a place where I am not happy. So, you know, when I finished secondary school, I had a little delay in getting into uni. So I started to help my mom. I mean, then for you to teach in schools, you have to have a basic education, which is I forgot what it's called. There's this level you have to do to be able to teach secondary school and primary school. And because I was a graduate of uni, before I even graduated, I started to teach in her school. So here's the thing. I'm teaching them the normal 1 + 1, 2 + 2. I'm teaching them the nursery rhymes, which is one of the reasons why I have a passion for babies. I love babies. I love children. I'm there playing with them, and then my real being started to show forth. The end of the year parties, I started to create end of year party. Right? They had it before, but it was the basic come children. But now, I was teaching them dance.
From a big circle.
Exactly, and then they get their prizes and go. But I started to teach them dance. I started to teach them drama. So they had so much entertainment for their family, for everyone. Because then I realized that Kunle, your calling this is your calling is directed towards this path. You're beginning to unravel this a little bit. But then again, I was still in the educational system where I have to do certain things that just, you have to do sciences. So even in getting into University of Ibadan. So now, by the way, at that point, I'm teaching them the dance, I'm coordinating the dance, I'm teaching them the drama, I'm teaching them poem, I'm poetry. I'm doing everything, you know, and I see these kids have all grown now, which gives me so much joy. So when they call me Uncle Kunle, I'm like, I was your teacher, but yeah, I mean, I can brag that I have graduates too, you know. So then I'm the Father Christmas, by the way. So after that, they're like, oh, Father Christmas is coming, and I disappear. You don't see Uncle Kunle again for some minutes. The next thing, I have pictures for most of these things. They just say Father Christmas coming, ho, ho, ho. And some of them are like, is that not Uncle Kunle? I'm like, no, Uncle Kunle is somewhere. Call Uncle Kunle for me, you know. So I have to now be the actor and be the Father Christmas and all that. And I will never trade it for anything. I was never
Wow.
ready for anything. I got into, it was recently I had to play a teacher in a movie, and I was like, yo, I have students that have graduated from university. It's weird, but I do have students. They're on Instagram, like they follow me. They have all graduated and they're doing fine. Beautiful people. And I got into uni. Now, uni, I think I was wise enough to say, I want to do theater arts.
Mm.
I want to do this. But I did sciences, right? So it didn't make sense for me to be delayed. It didn't make sense for me to be delayed. So I had to get into uni. That was University of Ibadan. So I passed the cutoff mark. I passed my jam. You know, duh. I'm more smart. I'm more smart. Oh, only brave. You know. That's not the problem. Now here was my breaking point. Because in secondary school, then I wasn't perceived as a very serious person because I wasn't happy with the sciences, so I was always just more focused on the arts, and I draw, I sketch. So I'm focused more on these things. I'm focused more on teaching, and there's something about entertainment because I just feel that is my ministry. That is the way I can reach people. That is the way I can groom the boy child, the girl child. That's the language I speak, not sciences. But then I got into school, and of course everybody says, no, no, enter school. Start with what they've given you, then you can cross. So I agreed to do agricultural sciences, fisheries and wildlife management. The worst time of my life. It's an amazing course. It's an amazing, course to do. But for me, it wasn't just what it was. I completely just was in an empty space. I was in an empty space. It didn't make any sense to me. But I was there. But then again, I had a chance to dance again. So one of our school weeks, they called me up and said, we formed a group. I did a performance right on the stage while I was dancing. Something happens to, I can't remember, I don't know if it was your song we were playing, one of those gospel songs then. Right on the stage, the DJ made a mistake with his player and everything tripped off. So while we're dancing, imagine everything just has a pause. Okay, no, let me skip back a bit. My breaking point. When I was about to do my SSC, there was only one thing. My dad is a mechanical engineer. My mom is, she's a sociologist, a proprietress too. So my dad says to me, Kunle, if you pass your SSC, I will buy you a car. Now, my family is not a rich family, right? We're not all that, but we are happy. We were very happy. I went through a lot. Bouquie, 1 hour cannot be enough to tell you how much we...
But we want to hear, though. We want to hear some, though.
So we had a lot of ups and downs, but God has been faithful. So he says to me, I'll buy you a car. Now, for some reason, I trust my dad buy me a car. I wasn't thinking, how is he going to buy that car? He's still driving his regular. He has not even bought my mother a car yet. I mean, she's fine. She has her own stuff, but it's not like I've seen you do, para, hey, baby, take this key. But you're going to buy me a car, your second born. You have not bought the first born a car, but hey, my part is to pass my exams, right? I get the car. I'm not going to bother how you're going to get it. So I did. For the first time, I had a B1 in mathematics. The only thing I had was a D7. But here's the thing. Before I did the exams, my dad had stroke. A week to starting my exams, he had stroke. So it broke me, but I didn't let go of the promise because I thought it was something he was going to get out of on or before my result is out. I didn't know how these things work, but I just know that I was going from the hospital to school to do my exams and doing a rotation with my brothers. So my elder brother will come from school, stay with dad. My dad will go and he goes to school. Then I finish my exams and I have to come back and stay with him all night. So I literally was reading by his bedside. Every night, the whole family literally just took a dip, like right there. But you know what? The goal is to pass these exams because it wasn't about his promise, which was a very good thing that motivated me. But at the end of the day, I think it's a good thing for me. If I can do it, then why not just do it, right? So, you know, the circumstances around the whole thing itself was not even going to make it easy for me to actually pass as much as I wanted to, but I had to pass. I had to read. I had to read. I didn't have a choice. These two people are looking at me. He's on the sick bed. It was horrible. He couldn't talk. He couldn't move. It was horrible. It was a lot of kwele, sorry, all that kind of thing. But I had to stay focused. I had to read. I read to the extent that I was confident that I was going to pass in flying colors. That's how much I put into the work. And fortunately for me, I came out in flying colors. I passed. My dad didn't recover. His recovery state just became very slow. And it got to me, even up onto uni. He couldn't come for my matric. He was still in the hospital, or he was back home, one of those things. It was just overwhelming, but I just kept the focus. I just kept my head up, you know, because the truth about it is, it's been a while that I have been on the pursuit of happiness. It's been a while that I have been focused on my growth, my truth, my happiness, whatever that meant to me. Everything changed. Everything changed. My mom her school had to, you know, dip for a bit because she had to focus on her husband and the family. My mom still went to do her master's degree, picked up a job, you know, so everything, because she just had to be there. There was really nobody. All of us were in school. All the kids were in school, and we couldn't fend for the family. I didn't know what I could do. I got a job in a cyber cafe. It was not enough. We're 3 boys and 2 girls. 4 boys and 2 girls, but 3 boys, 2 girls, and a boy. So we all just, you know, at the point we were scattered because of accommodation. We couldn't stay in the same house. Rent was due, so the boys had to be. I had to be on the street in one of my big brother's house where I used to dance, shake him up. I don't know if you ever heard of shake him up. We used to dance.
Yes.
So I had to stay on shake him up. Yeah, D1. So I had to stay at shake him up's house. I had to live with them. My kid brother had to be somewhere else with his principal. Somebody had to go to the hostel. We were just scattered. It was just the girls that were with my parents. Then I got into uni. Now uni again, I got into the same problems of not really being where I want to be or doing what I want to do, and it just didn't make any sense. It was overwhelming for me. But hey, I'm here, and there was a particular day I danced on stage in school, one of our school of agricultural science day or something like that, and D1, yeah, that's his name. And while I was dancing, the music went off. So the DJ was trying to fix it. So we were just frozen in the position of dance. Because what's going on? Why are you stopping? You know, and right there, it just occurred to me, you're an entertainer, man. Why you freeze? And boom, I just changed the whole thing and improvised. And the moment I improvised, that was now the highlight of the show, of the performance. I just heard people in the crowd saying, "Oh my God, Kunle!" I was like, "Kunle, this is your part. I agree, but this is the right part." Yeah, your Banji says you are a fool. I was my man. So I got so many people popping out here. So I'm like, and the dance everything just changed my mind. Before you know what's happening, I was just dancing constantly in school. We had a group performing different shows in UI, Trenchard Hall. There was a time we had to bring all the Banky, Sound Sultan. I was with DQ Entertainment. So all those things just made me more happy than what I was doing. Until when I had issues with my results in school. Booyaka. So they asked me to withdraw from school. I was heartbroken. I didn't know what to do. But here's the thing. I passed. Only you had just one job. You know, you were playing with your theater arts people. You were doing this. Which, yeah, I was fulfilled, you know, a bit. You know, I'm okay. I kept doing that. So it took me a lot of time. So the next year 2 of my school, I was pursuing results. So here's the thing. I failed, but I didn't fail woefully. I had issues with certain results that they couldn't find. So then it started to affect me. I had to start going to the department, you know, keep writing letters and doing all that, because look, I just need to stay in school. I really don't need your course to do anything, but I just want to stay in school. So I ended up finding these results, both in one in chemistry and one in botany. And I had, you know, I passed it. So I was good to go, you know, next level. I mean, let's just go to year 2 and continue this thing. I did that for the whole of year 2. Year 3, I was still on that. I was still, so it became very tough, and I was beginning to lose everything that, you know, because I couldn't focus. That was the core reason why I was in school to study. But then I'm finding myself, and then study is being affected, which just didn't create a balance, and everything in life is a balance. So I wrote a letter to the school and said, you know, since I found the result, and it's now difficult to, because what they do now is, what I realized is that once they've given you results, it's hard for them to undo it, because your competence, or your as a lecturer, whoever, you know, vetted these things or submitted these things, you will be, yes, your image. So I'm meant to take the fall. And I wrote letters, I begged, I did everything I could do. You know, so one of them advised me, I said, no, I'm going to defer this thing and come back for it. But you've seen the results. We have them, but defer it. Then I'm going to start again. While I was doing that, I wrote another jam. Because seriously, I'm not just going to wait for you guys to mess up my life. So I wrote another jam, picked Unilag, passed it, got admitted into Unilag, but I got admitted into I think it was geography I could do. I couldn't do theater arts because I didn't have literature and all that. So I had to do with JAM, the courses I had to pick couldn't be, it's things that I know, not, it was just a confusing thing. So I passed JAM. At this point, I even passed JAM more than the first time. I think I had about 270 or something. First one, I had 201 that got me into UI. Second time, I had 270 because I read for it again and I passed. Got to Unilag. Nah, I got admission to Unilag, but I didn't resume, because I just realized that it would be me lying to myself about doing the same thing again, and it would be a repetition of what, you know. At this point, I thought to myself, like, it is my life, right? It is my decision. When I need guidance, I will seek for it. Now, if there's anything that I learned from my father, my mother, is God. And I think that's the reason why I could run, I could jump, I could make certain decisions, not just by myself, because I just feel that I've known God. What a man called me pastor. I've known God I have an understanding of God. I have an understanding of process. I have an understanding of faith. So deep down in me, I know that I cannot miss it. Deep down in me, I know that if I'm true to myself, which is the first thing, I'll be good, right? So I held on to that. I think that's the best gift my dad gave his kids, all of us, that believing in yourself and just knowing that God has got you, literally. So like I said, I didn't tell my parents, I didn't tell anybody, I just, you know, pursued these things. I kept all this information just because, you know, I was like, hey, so come back to the so if I keep speaking Yoruba, so it won't be like I did not do what I didn't do the right thing to. I didn't know what to do. I was just, you know, gallivanting. I did that, and above all, I'm glad that God was aware of everything that was happening. That I know, because I do pray and I speak to Him, and I don't even at the point I don't even need to be scabashing. I just speak to Him. Literally have conversations. I say, yo, my G, I can't see shame, right? I can't be put to shame, right? That's the agreement, that's the deal we have. You know, I'll do right by you and all that. And it shaped me even up until this very point. So after this, when I was torn between those things, I remember though I used to watch this show, Ultimate Search. You know, I stumbled on it again and I saw the advert. I was like, this show. Let me go. While I'm waiting on these things, on a decision, let me go for this show. I went the first time. The first time I went, I told everybody in school that cared to listen. I was jogging. I was learning how to swim. I learned how to swim in 2 weeks, literally, like swim. I was jogging around the school, you know, so I was still in school in UI then. Then I started to do modeling too. So I go to Lagos for auditions. Met some amazing people that I had to camp at theirs. Jaye Tunde Thomas, I had to camp at his until he got married. Made new friends. This is just me waking up and going to Lagos. So if my mom calls me and says, yeah, for Benue Road, I see my blood here. So my mom calls me and says, Kunle Bolowa. I say, I'm in Lagos. Eko. But here's the thing. When I go and I do any audition or stuff and I get a gig, I come back home with something, right? I send something home. She knew that I was happy. My dad too knew he was happy. Now I'm going to come back to my dad, but let me just continue this. So I started to do modeling. At the period, I got this Zane network that I was the face of Zane. I mean, I choose people for all over Nigeria. I was everywhere, every lamppost and stuff. People thought that I'd arrived, you know, I wanted to for me bill. People were sending me bill, you know, hailing me. I thought I was like, yo, that's a career breakthrough in modeling, right? Amazing, good time. That same period was when I went for Gulder Ultimate Search the first time. After everything I'd done, went big, jumped from a ship, did everything, I didn't get him. Even I opened my mouth to say, I want people, they know what they are doing, they know who they are selecting. If you leave all these Nigerians, I bet it's all this is worked, you know, that kind of thing. I just, you know, started creating the illusion. I started being in denial. That, you know, it's not because I'm not good or I'm not worthy of being on that screen. It's because they already have their options. Here's the thing again. This is the bright side. It wasn't my time. I wasn't meant to be on the show at that time, which is what I got to understand during the course of the show and that year. So that was 2009. I started wiping off the fact that they selected somebody, they didn't select me. It's a program show. It's all this Nigerian politics, you know, they know their favorite, they've already picked, you know. I had to flush my mind of all that. 2010 came. I really didn't want to go. I wasn't interested again because, of course, I flushed my mind. Now, the people I told that I was going to go, the whole school that I was announcing to, they didn't ask me again, but they were like, hey, yeah, you know, that kind of thing. So I didn't just talk about it. I was still in school, chilled. We were doing parties, you know. I was still Kunle, you know, chilling, dancing, trying to do stuff. But I didn't announce to anybody. I just kept quiet. And they forgot that I even mentioned it. 2010, the time came by. I didn't even exactly prepare for the search, the ultimate search this time. But I kept on with the routine of workout, right? So it wasn't just, I was working out because of the show, but it became my thing to just work out and be fit and swim because I enjoyed the process of preparing for the show. So I can as well just make this a process for me to be, since I'm a model anyways, I can just be in shape as a model, you know, and because my ultimate game is to be an actor, being in the entertainment industry, be an actor, I would like to be in shape, right? So I stuck to that, kept doing that. That made me happy. Anytime I'm in Lagos for auditions, you know, I kept to it. Those times I'll go to audition, I'll see like 5,000 people. Is it fine boy you're looking for? I will see the finest guys. I will see the hottest babes. I'll see everybody like, hey, go, Kunle, do you stand a chance? But yeah, I'm confident. I'm confident what I'm bringing to the table is different. I'm bringing Kunle Remi's juice. I'm not, no, Kunle, I'm not intimidated by anybody. Kunle, hey, head up. So, you know, I kept living like that until one time when it was closer to the next ultimate search. The spirit just said to me, Kunle, go. I said, I didn't bother to announce to anybody. I just kept quiet. I said, and then first time I went to Abuja because I felt Lagos would be crowded. So the second time I was like, even if I'm going to go again, let me just go to Abuja. But then again, here's the thing. I enjoyed the road trip, night bus to Abuja. I didn't know nobody. Oh, no, I stayed at my uncle's place. First time. You know, I already told him, why are you acting in Abuja? Why are you here? I'm coming for Ultimate Search. I'm coming to kill everybody. I'm coming to... The second time, I didn't tell anybody. First time I told my mom, told everybody, told my family, my siblings. This time I didn't even say a word. I just went, same thing, night bus. Got there, I didn't know nobody. Called one of my brother's older brother, and my older brother's friends. He linked me up with somebody that was living in Abuja, a lady. I don't know her. She accommodated me. Apparently, they were dating online, so they had never met. So as I got to Abuja, got to the lady's house. You know, I was just there. Good evening. You know, I didn't even say what I was. I'm here till tomorrow. I can find my bearing. I had some money, so I'll be able to probably do a hotel. I'm here for 3 days. Then come back. She cooked for me, did everything for me. Next day, I go to the field where Ultimate Search was going on. I strolled in. I didn't stress my life. At this point, I just because here's the thing. So when we did the first show, once they don't pick you, they give us money for thank you for coming.
So
which was like I think it was like 20K. It was 20,000 naira. So I mean, that's what I made.
Bad. I go collect 20K.
The bad 20K. One. Secondly, the experience. We're lodged in a hotel. You meet different people. There's a psychological test. There's the fitness test. There's just so many people from different parts of Nigeria. It's interesting to just meet people for me and be there and connect with people, right? So I said, it's what's the adventure? What are you actually doing? You have deferred now, so yeah, just chill. You know, just go for this thing. Day one, scale through. Okay. Went back to the lady that. So right there, I made friends with one of the guys that came, and I just went back to the lady's house. Told her thank you so much. Packed my things. Moved to my friend, to the guy I met there. We became friends. Boom, my guy. Day two, I get there. I scale through. Okay. I've seen this happen before. You see all these things. Anyways, Baba God, my prayer is if I'm not going to win, don't let me get in. That's what I want. But here's plan B. If I get in, I will not be forgotten, even if I don't win. But plan A is don't let me waste my time, you know, if I'm not going to win. Since I've tried it once, and that's just me having my prayer.
Yeah.
Day three, I get there, boom, I get in. Okay. Okay. Day four. So on the day of selection, they tell you to invite your friends. You don't know if you're going to be selected yet. They're going to call you on stage, but it would be nice to have your family and friends in the crowd. By this time, I'd done everything. So after they selected me, I was one of the guys they picked from Abuja. We came back to Lagos. So we resumed in Lagos, did our medicals, we camped there for a bit. Final selection, it was a big party. I didn't tell anybody. I think I was the only person that didn't have any family member there.
Wow.
Because I don't know how to see my shame. I can carry it myself and walk on the road. But I can't share that with my family. Say, I want more. I hate sorry. I hate Kwele. I hate sympathy. It gets to me. You see that area? I didn't know I was going to handle it. And because I've seen this happen before, not because I didn't have faith, but I'm just like, you know what, let me just be here. So guess what? Then they announce, and they call me and say, you are going into the jungle. Eh? At that point, I needed family to be there. What? I'm going. Yes, I was shouting, but there was nobody in the crowd to cheer me. I was like, okay, I'll call them. I'm good. You know, I'm good. So then, like I said to you, I like the actions more than the words. The words, I love the action. So I wanted to be more of sharing the moments with them, telling them the news, than letting them be in the process, because it can distract me. Then I'm trying to impress them. So which is what happened the first time. Result. The first time I told everybody. So I was trying to live up to that standard. That I'm going to be on TV. I'm going for Ultimate Search. I told them, and then when it didn't happen, I learned from that to just say, you know what, just the result is all that matters. You really don't. No, my party will calm down. So this time around, boom, I got in. I was excited. I was okay. Then I called my family. I'm like, so you guys, you won't see me at home for a while because I'm going to the jungle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys will see me on TV. I might not be able to talk back to you. amazing. My UI colleagues, they didn't even know until I got in. And they're like, Kunle on TV. I trust and they all came through for me. They watched the show. It was amazing. And I got into the show. Of course, I just, I was, so the same way I was before I started the show is the same way I was when I got into the show. I just relaxed and let God take care of everything. Like, I literally, I told myself, see, I've tried it by my power. It didn't work. I literally was feeling that I'm in charge of everything that happens, but I'm not. I'm not the only one praying for that thing. I'm not the only one that is my time is important. Time is important, and God is never late. That's one thing I've learned. So I went in there with the ease of mind of, what will be. Okay, now you're in there, and God, I know I told you that if I don't win, I don't want to get in if I'm not going to win. Now I don't even know the plan, but hey, I'm on TV, national TV. Okay, so Kunle, enjoy yourself. That was the game, and I literally enjoyed myself. I will never forget a day to the end of the show. I walked down to the stream where we fetch water to bath. On walking back, I was the same way, and which is the way I always pray when I was in the show. I don't go on my knees and sit down somewhere. I literally just take a walk and have a conversation with God. And I literally can feel like I literally picture him do, I got you. That's how I feel he listens to me. And he's like, Kunle, it's done. I've done it. Kunle, I've done it. Right? So he's never late. It was a few days to my birthday. I said, but this won't be a bad birthday gift, It won't be a bad birthday gift. He go, Daddy, jungle can go win, Lo and behold, long story, I won the show. After winning, if there's anything which was genuinely my position or my mood, I kept shouting after they declared me the winner. I kept shouting, "Thank you, Jesus." They had to mute it at the point because it's a TV show, It's a TV show. Thank you. My mom said, there's nothing you said that was sweet. And the fact that you recognized that it wasn't by your power, I was like, who do I want to thank? Myself? No, I didn't do anything. I just walked. I just was in line with his plan, right? Thank you. I kept shouting, thank you. That was the only thing I could say. Jesus, Jesus. They had to mute it just because it was the only thing I was saying, and they were not trying to
spiritualize the show. Yes.
But I'm sorry. I'm going to shout my Jesus. I'm sorry. And since then, it just became. It was amazing. Now, guess what? I won the show. What do I do with the platform? I didn't make that plan. I know that I'm equipped for so much. I know that I'm a blessing. I know that I have a path. I know that I have a destiny. I know I have a ministry. I know I have a purpose to fulfill. But I wasn't ready for that fame. So I was dropped right there, and so I had to start figuring out everything. Then different people start to advise you. You can do this. You should do this. You should do that. At that point, your ears are open to too many people, too much information. You should do this. You can do this. Come from here. So in the industry now, you do this. Only wait. Calm down. Whew. Calm down. Which is sometimes I don't blame when I see people that suddenly have fame and are confused or misuse it. I was there. God's grace kept me. And here's the thing, I never felt that this would make me an actor. Because the platform is just a reality show about living in the jungle and surviving in the jungle, and that's it. It's not like a music talent hunt. It's not like an acting talent hunt. It's just a TV show, reality show. So if it was music, probably I'd have met the best producers and linked up with people that sing and artists. If it was acting, I probably would have been dropped on a movie set. And oh, by the way, I tried Ambo, Amsterdam Motor Box Office. I never got him. At that point, I said, acting is not your calling. Then I was nervous.
Which year was the one? Which year did you win? Because I watched a couple. I think I was in Nigeria once. I watched one. Which one did you win? Who was it?
I won. It was Bob Manuel. I won the US 7 in 2010. the seventh
Oh, no.
edition.
I wasn't in the country then.
I won the seventh. So, anyways, I just got on. I jumped. Started trying. I was listening to too many people. It was chaotic. It was. Then I realized I had too many family members. Everybody's calling me. My phone is, hey, haha, distraction. I have to be here. So you have to do in this industry. When you enter this industry, you have to be dressed in some certain way. You have, hey, God. Boogie, I kid you not. My head went poof. Now I couldn't find me again. I was now trying to do different things and listen to different things and different people. I had an accident in 2011. A friend was driving my car. I was in the car too. God saved my life. We lost a friend in the accident. His car was behind us. We were going somewhere. Rest his soul. He was the startup guy too. Rest his soul. Okay, let me just leave that aside. But we lost a friend. So things changed again. So now I calmed down. I calmed down. The accident, so my car was out of my hands. They had to go into insurance. This is, I won in October. The accident happened in March. So November, December, January, February, March. I had 6 months of being confused and being trying to, okay, in the industry, you're right here. So I go into somewhere, but I didn't have the confidence of a winner, because I just feel that this is not the end point, right? No, there's so much more. This is the beginning. So I didn't have that, Moti arrive. You know the way you arrive and everything, just you start to give people bill and price and just begin to show up. I didn't have it, and I wanted substance at this point. So all this thing, enter here, and once you get, but now you should be able to get any acting role, and then that. But even acting, I gotta train. I have it. I can do it. I have experience because I have coached. I have learned. I've spent time with theater arts students. But I'm not a core thespian because I need knowledge for it. Okay, there's still school there that this happened suddenly and I still had school. Yo, my brain was going off. I had no direction, you know. God sent me somebody amazing. Somebody amazing came into my life. A lady, her name is Tola. She walks into my life and she was my boss at work. So then now at this point, so I got a job in JJ Okocha's lounge, number 10. I started to manage number 10. So I had the opportunity to manage it because, I had someone that penned in something for me, vouched for me. I got it. So, okay, let's say we can pull clouds and manage. Now, I have always had a passion for hospitality, right? Which is people. So one of the club or the group I was in UI then is called the Q Entertainment. We organize shows, charity events, and I was at a point logistic and hospitality, take care of the hotels. At the point we brought like 18 artists from Lagos then. Before Whiskey was, when Whiskey was hot, people or everybody, Banky, Sound Sultan, all them rappers, everybody was there. I was taking care of the hotels. In fact, I'm just going to say this. I had to, one of the artists, I think it was Kells. I went to a hotel room to tell her, yeah, we have to take you to school now. You're ready to leave. She was like, yo, you're creeping me out. Don't stand in front of my hotel room. No, I'll meet you downstairs. Don't stand here. I'm just doing my job. Oh, I apologize though. I felt some type of way because I wasn't trying to creep you out. I was trying to do my job, make sure you're okay. And I was like, oh, I met her later in the future. We spoke, we just did, but I didn't even mention it. I just felt something. But then again, it's okay. Again, it's okay, right? It's okay. Your job is to make sure she's safe, she's all right, and she's on set, she's on stage where she needs to be. Anyways, that passed. So after I won Ultimate, I was like, oh, this is how it feels when there's so much in front of you, and yeah, I can say if somebody's creeping me out because I might just not be in the mood for certain things. But anyways, I scaled through that. Started working in number 10. It was hectic. It was a good experience. I mean, like, that was JJ's guy, Nkechi's wife. I mean, I was in a good company. But guess what? I was away from entertainment. I was away from purpose. But then again, it was good. It's still part of.
The journey.
I trusted that God put me in there for a reason. So I went on to do, while I was there, I did a distance learning course on hospitality and tourism. You know, got a degree for that because I couldn't even travel. So I was doing online courses. Got my certificate, my diploma certificate in that hospitality and tourism in the can. I had experiences with amazing people I worked with. We're all still friends. And I had a conversation with my boss then, that's all. And I was like, yo, actually, you know my dream. We just get talking. And I'm like, yeah, I want to be an actor. I want to make film. I think my ministry is telling stories and preaching and not preaching, but telling stories that inspire, motivate you, not just making films. And she was like, oh, I was like, yeah. And you know, back then in I'd researched New York Film Academy, which is where I would love to go, and train as an actor for film. And you know, yo, she literally, you know, had to get money from my saving. I mean, part of my winning money and salary, plus support from her. Boom! I was in LA.
Are you serious?
Acting for film, New York Film Academy.
Year? What year? What year were you?
2012 into 13. Ah, yes, it was one of the most fulfilled times of my life. I don't know that it was. I wouldn't even trade it. I want to do it again. I was so happy. I did that, canned that. So yeah, now one of the things that motivated me was when I went for an audition, and then they asked me, "What have you done?" Now this is me growing up watching all them RMD, Ramsey Noah, renting their films in video clubs, watching with my family, watching them be like, I would have done this. I'm so into it, you know. Even though I look at it as a Sabbath, I love this. You know, it's so much of me. I feel like I'm going to explode if I don't do what they're doing. So, and yesterday I wasn't rushing to get into the industry. I keep saying my slogan then is that I am hungry, but I'm not in a hurry. Because I don't want to miss it. I don't want to go beyond God's time. I don't want to run in circles. I don't want to make mistakes that I can't take back. So I'm hungry for it, but I'm not desperate to do certain things, which of course I heard a lot of. Oh my goodness. When I say I was exposed to a lot of things, I was exposed to a lot of things. I was given a lot of options.
Yes.
Oh, Bouquie, I was given a lot of options. But what kept me is the God factor. And wow. I used to say that except God comes down in his glory and says, Kunle, you can't make it. Then I'll say, let's just go back together because there's no point why I'm here. What am I doing here? But every of his words that I stand on says that they will know your name. Every of his word that I stand on is that whatever you lay your hands upon shall prosper. His words that I hold still is be still and know. So most of the times when it's chaotic for me, I stay still. I shut everything out and I sit still. And I just have conversations and say, Baba, you talk to me. I'm not going to do anything. If 50 people come in for a job, I can turn down any job until I hear from him. That's how much I connect. That's how much I'm willing to spend time with God, to listen to him, to walk with him. I would turn down anything right now if I'm not at peace with it. And I don't regret it. I make peace with it because I know that he knows the best. He has the best. Okay, you see, like I said, except God comes down and says, yeah, there's no way. Nigeria, there's no way. Yeah, Parlement. But let's just go back. I will just hold his leg, the way Jacob held his leg, and say, God, let's just go back together. Let's just go back. So with that, I moved on and then again, God opened more doors. So I got back to, so before I went for film school, Daniel Ademinokon calls me. So I already started to, while I was in number 10, I started to get a few gigs, right? I was a supporting actor in a TV show. I met different people. Daniel, the bishop, Stella the Master's husband.
Yeah.
he reaches out to me, we talk, you know, we become friends. And then one day he calls me and says, hey, yo, I'm in Cameroon. I'm trying to make a project with their government here and everything, but I can't find a lead actor, a good, strong lead actor. So, yo, can you come? I'm like, this is me like 1 year in number 10. I said, can I come or when am I coming? That's the question I'm asking. When? And it goes, no, if it can be, so this is like a Thursday. It says, if you can be here on Monday. I'm like, if I can be, I'm writing my resignation as I'm talking to you. I'm not, no, like.
I will be.
And that was it. My first job was international. My first feature film was international. I was like, yes, it's all the sign. God is working. Next thing I was in Cameroon filming amazing projects. Still nervous as an actor. It was after that I went to film school. I was nervous. Not like I couldn't do it. Yo, I watched Stella Damaso a lot of times. I rented her film from the video club. Then I'm playing her boyfriend. Oh, you can melt. Oh, you can melt. So he tried it, and I've worked with him before on the TV shows I was in, but he tried to encourage me. So he literally put me through everything. I got a grip. I had it, but I was just not, which is what happened to me when I went for AMBO. That's Amsterdam Motor Box Office. I was nervous. I'm looking at Norbert Young, a veteran in front of me. He's auditioning. I mean, he has a straight face. I was nervous. What? But, you know, scaled through that, came back to Nigeria. I go for a show, go for an audition, and the producer says to me, oh, what have you done? I'm like, oh, my name is Kunle. I won Ultimate Search. He goes, okay, so because you won Ultimate Search, so does that make you an actor? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. You can't seem to please Nigerians at this point. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, bless you, thank you. Then my film school opportunity opened. Boom! I was out in LA, lived my best life, studied in school there. You can see all the teachers telling me you should be in Hollywood. You should stay back. I'm like, not like that. I kind of have a life. I have a place to conquer. I have an industry to leave my footprint. It's not just, I can't just stay here, you know, that kind of thing. I want it, but like I said, I'm not in a hurry. I'm hungry for it. I just feel like I had a part to play. I still feel that I have a part to play here in Nigeria, in my industry. Maybe now I can feel like, oh, I can go to LA and stay for a week, stay for a month, stay for a year, and come back to Nigeria. I don't mind, but then I just feel like, you're not running. God opened this door. Don't worry, it's God. Nothing has happened by my power. So if I need to be there, I will be there. If I need to be here, I will be here, as long as I'm in line and in connection with God. Back and forth, I came back to Nigeria, started to get a few gigs. 2014 again, I said, I went back again, New York Film Academy. Now at this point, so I came back, I already got some gigs. Yeah, I was filming in South Africa. I had TV shows in South Africa. I was able to save a little money. You know, I got a sponsor that was there for me, that supported me. Came back, went back to New York. Now I did filmmaking in New York Film Academy. So I did acting in LA and I did filmmaking for a year. I was there, enjoyed it, learned so much. Majored in directing. You know, then I had other script writing, cinematography, but I majored in directing. But I did all that. Were you in Dr.
Sid's class? Were you in Dr. Sid's class?
No. This was, mine was 2014. I don't know when he went. I think he went 2016. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I was 2014 into 2015.
Okay.
Amazing times. Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing. You see, all the years I used in uni, looking for results, doing everything, writing jam again. I've never felt happier in my life than my time in New York Film Academy, because it was, I felt like I was right where I needed to be. So everything makes sense to me. I'm like, oh, if that didn't happen, this won't happen. Am I right? I don't know how you plan all these things. I don't know how you've orchestrated these things, but I'm loving this, right? I get there, 2015. I'm back to SA. I'm working. So I had the opportunity to be an actor, go back to school. If not for COVID, I was going to go back to school again. and just
Wow.
re-educate myself again. Just it's COVID that just happened. Everything happened, and I'm so glad that it's a different vibe. And none of this, I would tell you, is not by my power. None of this happened by my hands. I didn't do anything. I just was just hoping and believing in God, and I know what I wanted. So when I was in it, I felt like, yes, this feels good, right? Now, like I said, my mother's always been supportive. So when I say, you're going to America, okay, say Johnny, God help you. I just be okay, call the house, make sure you call home. Told my dad was smiling. And I'll sit back and I think to myself, because my dad is so keen on education and everything, which is great, and support. Of course, it's supportive. But I would never know if he would have supported me. He's still recovering. It's been really slow, but I mean, you see, at this point, too, I still believe God is with him. His hand is upon him, so he's fine. I'm not weeping over that. He's fine. God is with him. We've prayed, and all that will be manifested. So his healing is gradual. But hey, would that man let me travel? He will let me travel. But how would he have felt if I heard about my school in UI? How would he? Because even I didn't have an understanding of where I was going or what was playing out for me. I just trusted God to. Would he even have allowed me to go for Ultimate Search? He probably would, because I look like him. He's a charming, playful. My dad, they call him King of Boys. So he's a fine man. He loves children. So I literally a carbon copy of his character. So I'm thinking, would he have let me? I don't know. I never will know. I guess we'll never know anyways. But hey, God has his ways. But now, guess what? When I go home, I went home for his birthday in June. Oh my goodness. So when I see him once in a while, I try to spend my birthday with them, in my family, or with him. I've never seen so much the joy in his, oh my goodness. I felt like I've made you, or I am making you proud. I could connect with it. Even my siblings, my brother is an accountant. My younger brother is an accountant. My other brother is an engineer. We all just had to just roll with God and with life, right? But we had to roll with life in God to be where we are. And it's been amazing, because when you could see him look at all of us and be like, he's happy. And I think that's the most important thing, because we had a choice to sit back, to lazy off, to derail, to become desperate. But I just think God prepared us through him for what is to come, that for the unknown. So as we walk into it daily, there's still a little of up and downs. Even I've had my fair share of Nollywood, of the industry. So when you think you've conquered, you got to figure it out. There's a different twist.
Yeah.
TikTok is a different twist. So this is me. I've been working, and all of a sudden we're stripped of work. It's just wake up, sleep, eat, read the news. You can't still go out. Yeah, it's COVID-19. Cover your nose. Stay indoors. Lockdown. The world is still. That's when I started to TikTok. But then see, it just shows that I'm in line with my calling, with my purpose.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to kill myself. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just enjoying myself.
And in alignment.
But I am just in alignment, which is the reason why I say so. Even COVID made me reflect. So this interview is an interview I've had with myself during the beginning of the lockdown to think, where are you coming from? Where are you? What have you done? How far have you walked with God? Because yeah, trust me, I've had moments where I would just go, phew, I'm like, oh my God, God, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm here, and then I go again. Ooh, I say, God, 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 please, please. It's hard. Because it's crazy. I've had moments. I don't say, hey, I've had moments where I think, yeah, I got this. I can do it myself. You know, I don't even pray about it. And then when I get beaten, I'm like, yeah, I should have asked you before I did that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Down to a job, down to picking a job, down to picking a script, down to everything. God has just been faithful. It's been a trip it's been a journey that I've enjoyed and I'm still enjoying. And I intend to enjoy, come what may, whatever is thrown at me, I'm good. I don't stop sowing seeds, I don't stop giving, I don't stop teaching, I don't stop learning. I just keep going. The next chapter is going to open. Am I prepared for it? Yes, because I have God. Not because I have a plan. Nobody had a plan for COVID. But I have God. So whatever the next chapter is throwing at me, yeah, we'll be good. We'll be all right. As long as there is a God. As long as you know your God. I stay steadfast and I keep focusing. And he's been faithful down to my family, down to my life, down to my story, down to my growth. He's been faithful. I cannot trade it for anything. You don't understand. If I have the chance, I've never for once sat down and wished somebody else's life. What I do is, if I have to come back to this life again, I will come back as Kunle. It's just that I'll do things differently. At this point now, I know that if you don't learn it, this is what you're doing, this is where you're meant to be going. But I will come back as Kunle just because it is life.
Kunle, if you were to do it again, my only question, we have 10 minutes. If you were to do it again, what would you do differently? Just piggybacking on what you just said.
What would I do differently? I would start my walk with God very early. I'll take it seriously because the worst thing any human being can go through is run in circles. It's forward, right? I want to keep going forward. I would rather do that than go in circles. So if I could start again, I'm going to tell myself, going to calm down, trust God, and make sure that you are happy. And your happiness is when you're in line with him. Because if I know the plans I have towards you, they are plans of good and not of evil to give you an expect. Hey, Jehovah, there's no point. See, I would relax.
Ushers, to take the offering from the back.
that became my favorite scripture. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have towards you. And I always say to him, but you know the plans now. And your grace is there. So and you will have mercy on whom you have mercy on. So hey, I'm at your mercy. I'm willing to listen to you. Let's go. Should I jump? How high should I jump, Lord?
Wow.
Thank you. And so if I have a chance to talk to my younger self, I'm going to say, calm down. Because I've taken some turns that are dependent on my own discretion. How about, hey, stay in line. Stay in line. Stay in line. And I will tell you, people say, oh, there's no God. So people still question that. I am an example. See, it's 1 hour we've had to talk. when we went back home for my dad's birthday, and we all were open, I didn't forgotten about certain things. I'm like, we went through that? Oh my goodness. But that's a speck in the scale of things. I mean, people are going through so much more, but you see that alone, I'm saying that I would do it again if I can. In this same human being, but more relaxed because I would trust God. You see the belief and the trust I have for God now.
Wow.
So I'm
You said
I'm
you
hardworking.
went home for
I'm
your father's
hardworking.
birthday. You didn't
Yeah.
finish that part. You said you went home for your father's birthday. You didn't finish
Yeah,
that
and
part.
he was elated. He was so happy to see
Oh,
that
okay, okay.
in a very long time. That was the last time he's seen all of us, all six of his children together in one place. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I mean, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I did that. I said I posted up I never really posted his pictures up or his video. I posted up his video. He was so happy. It was a good reunion, and we could reflect back on everything. I wouldn't have had that chance if COVID didn't happen. I probably would have still been working, shooting here, shooting there. But that moment meant a lot to me that now I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, we should never forget family and never forget the journey. No, don't ever do it. Don't forget the journey. It's a payoff for the future. It's a payoff for what is to come. Every experience that we cry about, every experience that has hurt us, is preparing us for the tomorrow that we're not going to. Because you will connect to it. I'm like, oh, was that why? This God, Sha.
Yeah.
You too much. Because was that why? Is that why I see. So
Yeah.
I'm the person that would tell you that I believe there is a God and I serve him. And I see nothing can change that. I'm sorry. There's nobody that wants to say anything different. See, there is nothing. If I haven't experienced him or gone through this, then it's okay. I can be, but no, I believe there is and I stick with that. I stick with that. This is just 1 hour. It's so much, but hey,
Wow.
and I'm not even there yet. So somebody asked me, what's your biggest film? I'm like, I haven't even done my biggest film. I've done good projects, I've done great projects, but I haven't done my biggest film. I think once I even do the film, I think it's my biggest. I'm still expecting a bigger film, right? Because there's so much that I feel that I'm still holding myself back. But guess what? We all figure out life every day. Nobody knows the manual.
Wow.
Nobody has the manual. Nobody has that manual. Nobody in this life has the manual to life. We have experiences we can reteach, we can teach, we can encourage people with, but we don't have the manual to it. So even for me, I feel that I'm still manifesting. I'm still unraveling. I'm still unveiling because I still hold myself back a few times, right? I still need to trust that God, can I jump? It's big, it's taking for jump, and I jump. It takes.
I got you.
I'm glad to be able to do that every time. I'm glad to be able to be in this position. I'm glad. I will not trade it for anything.
Wow. Wow. Listen, man, we love you very much. Look at all these ladies saying my crush. Oh, wait, are you married?
Not yet. I will be one day. I will be soon, someday. Not yet.
We can help you to find somebody in this place.
No, there's somebody.
Listen, man,
my mom still will say, "Ọlọ́run ló mọ ìyàwó àfẹ́sọ́nà, ẹni ṣí ìyàwó fẹ́." And I pray this for everybody out there too, that ẹni ṣí ọkọ fẹ́, ẹni ṣí ìyàwó fẹ́. Everybody out there, I can't even say the comments anymore. It's hanging, but
really,
touch it.
Scroll it up.
I've done. It's okay. I'll see it later on. And it's a prayer, and I don't know. Not everybody hears Yoruba, but it says that you will not marry the wrong person. I pray that for everyone. It's a prayer that my mom has always sowed into my life, and I'm sowing that into your life. So everyone that's looking forward to meeting their partners, the love of their life, you will not marry wrong in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Absolutely. I'm a prophet, though. I didn't even go into that part where I prophesy when it comes to part. I'm just going to hold this back here. So when I pray for you, just say amen.
Prophesy to my life. Prophesy to my life, I'm good. Oh yeah, now. Activate it and prophesy to my life.
I'll do that. I'll do that on WhatsApp call. I'll I'll pray with you on WhatsApp call. But I can tell you that's another thing I've been in denial of. So I'm just like, God, I'm a Jonah right now. God, please. I know I got you, but and I have stories from saying stuff and saying stuff. Literally, I have it. Even with my mom, she's like, hey, you know, but it's okay. Like I say, we stay in line with God, we unravel, we manifest, and we become that which He has proposed us to be. We'll be all right.
Whoa, that's the best place to put a button. Listen, man, when we stay in alignment, we become. Because there's a you that can fulfill destiny. And what you need to do is get your eyes open enough so you can see that path that He already made for you. That path has the relationships, the resources, everything that you need. Just you want to become
everything.
Yes, the highest and best expression.
Yes, it's right around us. So they say God knows the beginning from the end. So He's not creating as you go. You are manifesting into what already exists.
Yes.
So
let's take a second offering from you.
So you
oh my God,
delaying. So you delaying.
I can't believe this. Thank you so much for coming to Bouqui'S Place. We love you. We thank you for the fire you have. We need more examples of faith in that industry, because you know people need to have a point of reference that I can do this and not throw away my identity, you know. So thank you so much for coming to Bouqui'S Place. We love you. God bless you.